Welcome back. Richard Ortiz here with the Fighter's Voice. Voiceography at its finest. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
And yes, we're back here at 1680 AM, the Fighter's Voice. In studio, we have the pleasure to have Mr. Pete Lopes. And of course, we spoke a little bit about, but I'm going to break it down anyways. Fresno's own in March 28th, Marcos Hernandez. What can we expect in that fight? His tough fighter in Davis. He's 11-1 with 5 knockouts.
Big kid, big puncher.
Yes.
10-round fight. I'll say if Marky does what he does and he's athletic and he works from the outside, we should be fine, man. We should be fine. I respect our opponent. He's a big puncher.
Yeah.
He moves around, but Marky's he adapts well. He spent a month with Israelanda Lara in Texas.
Yes.
And Lara loved him. Like, he loved him. He would go pick him up in the morning in his Lamborghini and just, Marky, come with me. I mean, Marky he rises to the occasion. Whoever he's sparring with, like, if he's with somebody not so great, he won't be so great.
Okay.
But he brings it like
kind of the level of competition.
Yeah, when he brings with like here's something interesting too going into Canelo next one. So somebody was talking to Canelo about him. Canelo goes, "Oh man, yeah, I know him," and everybody was like, "What?" He goes, "No, I watch him. I like him." So we told Marky that. He was like, Canelo knows you. He's like, "What?" He does. Wow. They're like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I like that kid. Maybe I'll bring him in camp. We'll see what's up."
That'd be great.
Yeah, and so when we go to camp, some people like to go to camp. When we go to camp, we stay for a minute. Mm-hmm. That's part of my deal. We stay for a little bit.
Yeah,
we
you
stay
just go to visit.
Nah, not on one day. We stay for about a week or so and get that work.
Yeah.
So we can really get something out of it.
Right.
So that's why I come in. I negotiate that where it's not a one day thing. We kind of chill for a couple days at least. Or if we can get a month in, we get a month in.
You know what? We got to put Pete Lopes on our team, man. The Fighter's Voice. That's our advisor.
Try to give me a job.
Co-manager. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want to talk about this exciting one. You know what? I'm going to hold off on this one. I'm going to come back to this one right here because this one's going to take some segment. Now, I want you to break down this.
Okay.
All pressure, no pressure. Break down the Fighter's Voice radio show and website. Break down our whole team. Break us down.
Okay. Well, I know you got a man driving a bus in Woody. I know he's got a world of experience and a world of knowledge up there. And so I know when it comes to media and making things fly, I know you already got that on lock. I just met your man behind the camera. Very solid individual.
Does some great work.
Does some great work. I've been watching. And then you, my brother, you already know how I feel about you. And we talk, and I like the fact that you're open to criticism and you don't take it personally, and the criticism is never of malice. It's just because I know what you want to do and I know why you want to do it, and I know what the importance of it. So I respect that about you so much that I know a lot of people don't know what drives you. I know what drives you. So what I say is, and when me and you had that conversation, I said, Rich, you need to make sure you let these people know who you are really. Are you a journalist? Are you a shock jock? Are you this or you that? Whatever you do is you.
Right.
But just make sure the people understand who you are, and then they treat you accordingly. You know what I mean? Because it's about you. You're reading this platform right now. Right. There isn't anything like this in this area. No. So it's very important to our sport. That's why when you call me, I'll clear my schedule. I'll do whatever for you guys because it's very important that we have this platform and that we support it and we embrace it because it could be fleeting.
Yeah.
If Rick Marigan decides to move to Las Vegas and promote the Oakland Raiders, then we're in trouble, baby.
Yeah. Big shout out for Rick to be in the studio back
and my Raiders, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Because Vegas is looking real good. Now everybody talking about the Raiders leave. Everybody looking for a job in Vegas.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I applaud you guys for what you're doing. It's very important that we do that and we support.
And I can see Richard Ortiz as a shock jock.
Definitely.
I can see him as the next Howard Stern.
Definitely. But it's like, don't do that. No.
Did he really say that?
Yeah. And that's the thing. So, I mean, the fact that you guys are doing this and you're giving boxers and advisors and managers a platform, I think it's incredible. And there's a rich history of boxing in the Valley. Needs to be told.
May 6th, Canelo Alvarez against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Coach, I want your take on this. I want you to break it down. Inside out, put it in a blender, spin it, rub it down, and you know the rest. Break it down.
Well, first of all, I'm a little biased. I'm a big Canelo fan.
I know this.
You know that.
Yes.
I love Canelo's whole situation. And here's what people don't understand. They were like, well, Canelo's a pussy. Can I say that? We beat that up.
You said it, but
I'm sorry.
it'll get
Yeah,
fixed.
yeah.
A sissy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sissy. Yeah, we'll just.
he won't fight Triple G to it. And I said, you guys, you have to understand the business of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Triple G's biggest selling fight was 300,000 people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk business. You should propose a 50-50 split with a man like Canelo, who brings in,
Yeah.
over 1.3, or let's just be conservative, 1 million buyers.
That's real talk.
Just because he's Canelo.
Yeah.
So in the business model, why in the hell would you fight a risky fight like that with a 50-50 split when you could fight an equally guy who brings people because of himself and his father's lineage?
Right.
And you could keep it Mexican, as they say, and you could sell 1.2 to 1.3 million buys, and the split works out.
Right.
And Chavez is with it, with the split, because he knows the pie is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the court case that just happened between Golden Boy and Al Heyman, you saw the financials. It's all on public record. Golden Boy cannot afford to take an L in its current situation.
Right.
So if you're going to put Canelo up, you're going to make
Also
the
get paid.
most money
Yeah.
with the least amount of risk. That's just good business. It doesn't have nothing to do with being a sissy or anything else like that. Because I don't believe any fighter is scared of anyone. I don't believe that. Every fighter I met thinks they could beat up everyone. And that's the problem. That's why they end up punchy and crazy, because they stay too long, because nobody thinks that they can get whooped.
Right.
And anybody who says so-and-so, I said, you never been in a ring. If you've been around, geez, got tons of money, doesn't need it, but it's in them to fight. So they're their own worst enemy. So when somebody says, oh, so-and-so scared, I'm like, dude, you never been around no fighters before.
Yeah.
No one's afraid of anyone. They're just not wired that way. Right. So it's just a business move. Do I think Triple G and Canelo could fight one day? Yeah, but the split's got to be right. Yeah. So if Triple G beats up Danny Jacobs, his money revenue goes up, and then the fights can happen. It's always about the dough. It's not. It's called prize fighting. It's not. It's not for belts. Right. It's not for. De La Hoya killed the belt. Yeah. He made the belt irrelevant. He made it all about who could sell, who could move the units.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I have a flip side of script to it. I mean, I'm hoping to see Triple G versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So when Chavez wins and he beats Canelo, I'm going out. I mean, Canelo's the younger, the stronger, and the more natural. He's going to carry the weight well. I've been a Chavez Jr. fan for a while. I can see him dedicated.
And I like him. He's an athlete. He's
I'm
big.
Pulling for him. I'm not going to bet my last dollar, but I'm pulling for him. But I'm pulling for him. Hey, I want to catch up real quick. This segment is real short. It's called Behind the Scenes.
Okay.
Tell us, Coach, what happens behind the scenes in boxing?
Kind of, we just alluded to it. On a high level, on a big money level, it's always about contractual and money splits and pay-per-view numbers. That's what happens in the big. That's what decides what goes on. On the lower levels, it's all about building your fighter and putting him in a position to be able to have a long, lucrative career, and get in and get out as quick as possible. That's the model we use. Not all people do that,
right?
But that's what we do at BBC. So we want to get in. We want to try to get up the ladder and make as much revenue as possible and get out. And hopefully our fighter has the financial consultants in place.
Exactly.
We take care of all that stuff
That's
to make sure they have a home, they have a vehicle. And in the end, because right now it's hard. You're still fighting for like minimum to decent purses.
Yeah.
And you can't rely on sponsors for the rest of your life.
No.
That's bad too. I don't take a lot of sponsors initially.
I noticed that.
Yeah, because we want to have something to offer them.
Right.
So I mean, if you want to help Marky, then just write him a check. But
There you go.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if you want value, I have a platform where we have 1 million plus viewers for 36 minutes or 32 minutes on a 10-round fight. So if you want a good spot, call me up or call the Fighter's Voice, and I'll give you a nice advertisement. And then you, before you call me, check the rates. call Fox and ask them how much does it cost to get on for 38 minutes.
Exactly.
And then call me with the real number, and we'll do business.
That's quite a platform right there.
Right.
I want to ask you this: what's the funniest thing that you were a part of behind the scenes? Funniest thing that happened to you when you were behind the scenes?
I got a good one. It was kind of funny. Okay, we talk about pre-fight preparation. I'm at the MGM Grand. I'm underneath. It's one of my favorite fighters, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Okay.
He's fighting Pacquiao. So It's me. It's like it's all the Philippines. It's all of Mexico underneath the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's me and 50 Cent.
Uh-huh.
So we're standing there, and he just looks at me. He says, "Hey, what's up?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "Who you here with?" So I'm here with a young guy coming up. I was with Jose Ramirez at the time, right? So I'm out there with Jose. He goes, "Oh, okay, cool." So we're talking. I was like, "Who you here with?" "Oh, I'm working with Bob on some projects. I'm working with Gamboa." "Oh, okay, cool." So we're behind the stage. So you walk by, I see Nacho, who I'm a big fan of.
Right.
I look in Juan Manuel Marquez's dressing room. It's ice cold. Like, everybody's got the ice grill. There's 4 people in the room. Mm-hmm. Nacho smoking a cigarette. It's quiet. Walk across the hall. Pacquiao's door opens. It's almost like a video. You open it up. There was like 300 people in the room. This is before the fight. Ladies in prom dresses.
Wow.
It was crazy. His wife, her twin sister. I didn't know she had an identical twin sister. Yeah, they come out. Pacquiao's in there. There's movie stars in there. Steven Seagal. It's crazy. And then the fight happens. And you see how that fight went. And then Marquez catches him and knocks him out.
So this was the last one. This fight
was
number
the last
4,
one,
right?
And you just talk about fight preparation.
Oh, wow.
And that's what happened. So I took all that in, and it wasn't really funny, but it was weird to see how people come in one way. Yeah.
The focus.
And somebody had said to Freddie, "Freddie, there's too many people in the room." And Freddie was like, "Yeah, but he's a grown man. I don't tell him who's in the room and who's not in the room." But it's like weird stuff happens before the fight.
Hey, and I just want to make this known. None of this would be possible without our sponsor, Serrano Furniture. Family owned since 1986 in 9 locations. Bakersfield, Delano, Dinuba, Fresno, Hanford, Madera, Tulare, Vicela, and Porterville. Hey, if you want furniture, hit up Serrano's Furniture. Listen, a lot of you may not know, but our show comes on every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on 1680 a.m., the Fighter's Voice radio show in collaboration with The Answer. You could also reach us on Facebook. We have a channel there, the Fighter's Voice. Go to Facebook, tag us, share us. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter, the Fighter's Voice. Coach Pete Lopes, who's been our guest here, how can one get a hold and reach out to you? What's your handle? How do we get a hold of you? How do we contact you, sir?
Best way is by email. It's coachpete.pl@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get me. Everything's connected to my phones and all the outlets. And I'll try and get back to you within a day or 2.
Well, you know what? I call you direct, and it's hard to get back to you in a day or 2.
I'm sorry.
I think I speak for everybody in this room.
Oh, yeah. We keep it real right here. But no, you know what, viewers, listeners out there, I want to tell you right now, it's been memorable. It's been an honor to sit next to Pete Lopes, who's, like I said in the beginning of the show, has been a mentor to me, who's showed nothing but the utmost respect. And, you know, one show doesn't do us justice. We're going to have this man back. Speaking of having someone back, we're going to have Rick Merigian back by popular demand.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he was here 1 hour and just didn't do him any justice at all. He had more stories to tell. I'm looking forward to having him back to talk to us about the Florida story. I want to give a shout out to my man, Larry from Dying Breed Apparel. And, you know, I just want to thank all the listeners out there. Because without you guys, none of this is possible. Big Al Perez making this possible, senior and junior. Now, in 20 seconds, Pete, take us home.
Well, I want all you guys to stay tuned. We got great fights coming in the month of March for free. Check out that Premier Boxing Network, PBC, in effect. But also support our people in our sport, our brethren, Top Rank, Golden Boy.
Yes.
All the good guys out there. All the in-town promoters making things happen for combat sports. We need it all. There's no taking sides if you love the sport. Work. That's what's up.
You heard it from the man himself, and we can go to work 1680 a.m. The Answer in collaboration with the Fighters Boys. I love you, Richie. Thumbs up for Richie.